Well, the time has come to say goodbye to the Delta Queen.
Since the year 2009, the Delta Queen, a historic riverboat turned hotel, has been docked along the riverfront. News Channel 9's Kelsey Bagwell is here to tell us why that will not be the case much longer. Kelsey, good evening.
Natalie, Dave, good evening. The Delta Queen traveled from Cincinnati in 2009 and has served as a historical hotel on water. That vessel was recently ordered to vacate by Mayor Andy Berke and has 2 weeks to do so. After 4 years and several problems, Mayor Andy Berke has made the decision for Chattanooga to part ways with the Delta Queen. The vessel made its way here in February of 2009 and has been a tourist destination and a history lesson on water ever since.
I thought it was pretty interesting seeing it moved in here, but evidently somebody else don't think so.
However, the ship's problems started before its arrival in the Scenic city. In 2007, the hull of the boat, made of steel, and the body, made of wood, were deemed a fire hazard. And only months after arriving, the man who brought it here, Phillips III, filed for bankruptcy. The ship even caught fire in June of last year. Since then, the complications have continued, leading Berke to send the Delta Queen on its way. In a statement, he says, "We are proud of our spectacular waterfront and are working to improve it for citizens and visitors alike. Unfortunately, the Delta Queen has fallen behind on its rent payments, and we have received complaints from citizens that the vessel detracts from the riverfront by blocking the beautiful view from Coolidge Park toward downtown. We wish the Delta Queen well and will continue to work with its owners during this time of transition." The Delta Queen and her identical twin, the Delta King, were built in the early 1900s in Scotland. Since its service began in 1927, it served as a Navy ship and even transported wounded soldiers during Pearl Harbor. However, the ship's rich history has some residents unhappy about the forced move.
I don't consider it an eyesore. I consider it a part of Chattanooga's history and part of the southeastern history, as many trips as it made up and down the Mississippi.
The owners have until September 30th to move the vessel from its location. If they fail to do so, they will be fined $100 per day, and the boat may be towed. The boat is docked on a month-to-month basis and would cost the city nearly $4 million to buy it outright. As of right now, it's uncertain what will happen with the Delta Queen, but in its time, the vessel logged over 2 million miles and carried over 500,000 passengers. It's also the only boat to have been inducted into the National Marine Hall of Fame while still in service.